in the words of Wallace Wattles over 100 years ago, written in the book The Science of Getting Rich. He states, the entire process of mental atonement and adjustment can be summed up in one word: gratitude. And that is what I want to have a chat with you about today, because gratitude is one of the feelings, together with love, romance. Gratitude is one of the feelings that when we put ourselves in a state of gratitude, we are in a beautiful state of being. And this beautiful state of being, by the law of cause and effect, attracts more beautiful reasons to be in a beautiful state of being by. Amazing, isn't it? This law of cause and effect. Sometimes it's called the law of karma. What you send out into the universe will bring back to you. And this law of cause and effect really comes together in my idea and in the idea of all the material that I've studied upon so far in gratitude. Send out grace and gratitude. Willingly give and graciously receive. What you give out to the universe comes back to you. And that's what we want to learn how to do. And let me welcome you to the Freedom Lifestyle Show. My name is Anton Bennink, and in this show I try to share everything that I've learned on my personal journey of development and discovery regarding all this material that can help us work on our health set, our heart set, our mindset, and our soul set, that can help us become healthier, wealthier, and more prosperous human beings. Isn't that what we all want? And because of that, I started sharing what I'm learning on this journey, so that maybe I can be of value to some of you as well. Well, I came across this little paragraph in the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. And it is on the big money. And it is basically on the way that the big money is attracted to you. And it all comes from these positive emotions like gratitude, love, romance, friendliness, righteousness. Let's have a look at what Napoleon Hill writes about the big money. He writes, when money comes in quantities known as the big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. There exists a great unseen stream of power, which may be compared to a river, except that one side of the river flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth. And the other side flows into the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into it and are not able to extricate themselves from it downwards to misery and poverty. Every man who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought form the side of the stream which carries one to fortune. The negative emotions form the side which carries one down to poverty. This carries a thought of stupendous importance to the person who is following this with the object of accumulating a fortune. If you are in the side of the stream of power which leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar by which you may propel yourself over into the other side of the stream. It can serve you only through application and use. Merely reading and passing judgment on it, either one way or another, will in no way benefit you. Poverty and riches often change places. Poverty may, and generally does, voluntarily take the place of riches. When riches take the place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it, because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. And this is what it's all about. It comes down to our emotions. And how do we control our emotions? We control our emotions by the thoughts we think. By the way, if you really want to use this video to the best of your advantage, especially the part where I explain to you the two sides that the river flows into, the flow that brings us to riches or the flow that brings us to poverty. And I'm not necessarily talking about money. I can be talking about poverty in relationships, poverty in health, poverty in any other way, or wealth or abundance in the same areas of life. It is about our thinking process that creates the feelings that we feel. And when we create the right kind of thoughts, that will create the right kind of feelings that bring us in the side of the river that takes us on the flow to the positive side of life, the abundant side of life, the prosperous side of life. But these emotions we have to amplify, we have to activate. The emotion of, let's say, regret is a negative emotion. Cynicism is a negative emotion. All these different things that make us feel bad are negative emotions and bring us through the stream of life, through the law of cause and effect. If we send out negative energy, if we feel bad, we send out negative energy, more reasons to be negative will be coming to us. It's a law of karma. It's the law of cause and effect. As Ralph Waldo Emerson put it, the law of laws. So we must learn to focus on turning our thoughts and our feelings and our actions into the positive stream of life that flows us to prosperity and abundance. And one of the most beautiful emotions, there are some other ones, but one that is relatively easy to amplify in our lives is the emotion of gratitude. Being grateful. How amazing does it feel to be truly grateful for something? And we can amplify this feeling through a simple practice. And this practice I learned from my mentors Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher. And they teach it like this: a little simple 3-step process that you can start your day with every single day. And when you start your day with this every single day, you'll set yourself up for success because you set your mind right at the beginning of the day. But you don't have to limit this little trick only to the beginning of the day. If there's any time during the day that you're like, oh, I feel bad, or you're struggling, or you're frustrated, or you're confused, go back and give yourself the gift of gratitude. As Tony Robbins put it beautifully, if you really start to change your life, to change your mind, to change your way of looking at things, as Wayne Dyer put it, when you change the way you look at something, the thing you look at changes. He's like, then Tony Robbins is like, then you realize that life is not happening to you, but that life is happening for you. And that is an amazing realization. But what it is, this little 3-step exercise that I'm talking about, it's super simple and super easy to implement into your mornings. Start your day out right and use it to lift you up when you feel down. It is sitting down. And this is, by the way, not an intellectual exercise. It is supposed to be an emotional exercise. So really get into the spirit of it. Really try to feel it. And then you sit down and you write out 10 things that you are grateful for. And maybe even say, I'm grateful that I've clean running water in my house to drink and to shower under every single day. And maybe after you've written that down, also ask yourself, why am I grateful for that? Because when you ask yourself the why behind your gratitude, you'll really get into the feeling, into the spirit of it. And do that for 10 things. And you'll feel that grace and you'll feel that great feeling inside of you. And the next step is to close your eyes and send love to 3 people that are bothering you. It is super simple to send love to people that you love. But when people are bothering you, it might be more difficult to send them love. Say, for example, I think of my loved one first, put her in a field of beautiful white light, and then I think of somebody that is bothering me and do the same with. So like I transfer the love that I can feel easily to a place where it might be harder for me to feel the love. And I send more love out into the universe, and more love will come back to me. Beautiful, isn't it? And the last step is to sit still, close your eyes, and ask the source of being, God, energy, whatever you want to call it, universal intelligence. Ask universal intelligence for guidance for the day. Source of being, guide me. Give me the words to be of true service today, and let me be the best version of myself. Source of being, guide me through the day to be the most productive version of myself. That is something that I just make up. But ask your God, your source of being, for guidance for the day. Do that for 5 minutes. And the more often you do it, little silent voices will come up from within. And we call this the higher mind faculty, intuition. And your intuition will start guiding you. Once you're guided by your intuition, oh my friend, once you get guided by your intuition, you are truly on the path of your purpose in life. And that is what we all want to create. Now, what I've created for you is something that I'm giving away for free. It is the Ultimate Life and Business Design Template. And you can download it through the description below. And also, when you go through these steps that I've laid out in this template for you, and you fill it out, and you identify what it is that you really love to do, and you identify how you can turn that into a little side venture or maybe even a big business. Don't make this an intellectual exercise. Make that an emotional exercise as well. Like, let the answers come to you. Don't think about it too much. Just begin writing, and write from your true self. That is the advice that I would want to give you for today. Go and download that Ultimate Life and Business Design Template and figure out what it is that you really love to do and how you can turn it into a profitable venture. Thank you for listening today. My friends, make it a great day, and don't forget to live with love and live with passion. Namaste.